trick. Okay, so we just sit around the base, and I just came up with this, right? And I've started streaming, by the way, too. Um, we hang out around the base, and we talk to people, right? And I have like the waypoint on the LZ on the other side of the map, the furthest one you can go to. This is really good, right? And we tell them, hey, okay, everybody, come jump in the helicopter, come jump in the helicopter. And you know how everybody crowds around the helicopter? Well, the helicopter will kill them if they're in front of it. So the goal is we all crowd around. Only 3 can get in, and then whoever can't get in and is in front of it dies. You steal all their stuff just right there in the base. No. It's so stupid. And oh my gosh, it's so good because they'll have just put all their gear in. So the whole point is that we're all like, okay, get your gear together, you know, get the best stuff. We're gonna go you gotta have the good stuff, and then whoever dies, you just rape their body. So, and I only figured this out because it happened, but the problem was I was on the helicopter, and the guy that died was, you know, I just saw him in the background as I look back as he gets mowed over by the helicopter. So, yeah, I'm excited to see how if that. No, no, I was on the helicopter. I, I couldn't take his stuff, and nobody else knew it. You know, knew this. No one knows this exists, right? Because most of the time it's a group of 3 or 4. The key is you have to get enough that there's going to be somebody stacked in front of it, um, or we just, yeah, or we just tell them, hey, go stand in front of the helicopter, right? Isn't it the weirdest thing that so yeah. Yep. Yeah, you gotta talk. You gotta talk nonstop until someone else talks. That's how you're supposed to do it. That's why I'm such a horrible streamer, because I just play the game. I still won't let me in the server. I now yeah, I'm restarting. I'm restarting Steam. That restarted the game. No, I get to the game and then I can't connect. It says can't connect to server, Steam authorization failure. So I restarted. Ew. Whatever. You're in properties. I'm not listening to you. Nope. Did you finally catch up? No, did you finally watch some South Park episodes and get your shit together? What? You need to watch them in order, man. Start at season 20 and just watch from there, and it's just so good. What's funny is everything that's happening right now we forget, but it all happened during Obama too, and so all of South Park is very current right now. No, it's South Park's so well done. The only problem, the only issue I had is where they went with Randy in the late seasons. But they pulled it back. I just yeah I but everybody's also going so crazy at the same point. It's hard to say. No, he bombed a whole bunch of cannabis growers, and oh my gosh, you guys haven't seen this. Okay, never mind. Let's just say that Randy caused COVID. Let's just he fucked a penguin, pangolin in China, and that's what caused COVID. So it just it what what are you're not supposed to be laughing at it. It's historical record from the future, man. This is what's happening right now in our history. You know that the government said that COVID came from a fucking penguin, the pangolin that someone crossed bred with human genetics. That was the news. That's what they were saying. South Park isn't making this shit up. The news said somebody fucked a pangolin, and South Park put it in TV to tell you what the fuck the news is saying. South Park does not make anything up in the last like 20 years. It's all history. It's yeah. And the balls, ball chin, all real. A pangolin is, but it wasn't. It didn't start with a pangolin. It started with a bat, and so Randy fucked a bat. He fucked a bat with the mouse, right? And that's what caused the whole thing. I mean, in reality, it came from a lab, and you paid for it. Your tax dollars paid for COVID. But the media, the news is saying it came from a pangolin. And yeah, it's a real thing. It still says, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to just play a game. I'll have to verify. It's still doing the same thing. No, just play. All you, I'm just gonna join you in world. Yeah, it's. I mean, so's Randy, but no, man. Ground Zero's where a nuke went off. You don't get to Ground Zero. Ground Zero gets to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can. This is my understanding. Nobody fucking knows because they're not telling us anything. But you can buy pills that are rad pills that proactively protect you from radiation for a while. And so what I'm thinking is the higher level you get, the more you'll be able to withstand radiation, and then you take these pills and that should allow you to go in for a while, for a short period. So you go in and then you have to get out. I As you're going in, because I did exactly what I said. I ran into the middle of the, yeah, uh, all the way to the middle. You get past the first line of red stuff, and then you start seeing signs saying radiation. Don't do it. Don't go any further. And of course, I'm like, fuck that, and I just keep running. And then all of a sudden, I start throwing up, and so I start running the other way, and then I take pills, and for the next hour, in-game hour, I am okay for a little while, and then I start throwing up, and then I get nauseous and blurred vision. And then it
Freddy,
got
for
really
you.
bad. Then I
What
had
we
blurred
playing?
vision, and I could not fix it. Gray zone, war zone. No, I'm and it was fucked up because so I find a new LZ. I have all this sick shit because I'd killed all of these NPCs. So I had all these guns and all this stuff. So I go in and I kill more NPCs. I got like 4 or 5 NPCs on the ground, and not, but I can't find any food. And so I'm like hiding in a corner eating some fucking canned food while these NPCs are shooting at me. Oh yeah, and I'm blurred vision. And so my last rounds are shooting at NPCs with blurred vision, and I kill him. But now I've got blurred vision. And so I try to get back to the helicopter to get out, and I get shot because I have no ammo. I can't see anything. And then the blurred vision doesn't go away when I got shot. And so then I ate everything. I did everything I could because I wanted to stay in the server to go back and get that shit because there's all these bodies on the ground with all the stuff I couldn't loot. And there was two players that were at a distance, but I guess they couldn't hear me because I'm like, hey, come grab this loot because I just cleared this place by myself. So I grabbed a gun, I tried to go back again, and I got shot again, and I just couldn't. I couldn't with double vision take down the NPCs. No, I could get in the helicopter. No, I could do all of that. I couldn't pick which of the double visions to shoot with my gun. You kind of start spraying, but in this game you got to give some headshots. You can't just spray into their body. And so it was really fun. And then I jumped in a new server, and there was I got into a squad with some other people because I really wanted to keep going and go. It was like 2 a.m. And I got in a squad, and we went to a new LZ, and we played around there, and I found a player that we killed, and so I took his stuff. So I had a sweet kit, and then I got shot in the back by another player. These are bad players. But he disappeared. I don't know if they killed him or what. And by the time I got back to my body, I got my stuff, and then I bailed. And it's really fun because the helicopter doesn't just show up. Like, I waited 2 minutes. I get into there, I land, I go get my body, get my stuff, and then I go back to the LZ and I call in, and there's 2 more minutes of me just like hunkering in a field, just hoping to not get shot because I'm on the opposite side of the map in enemy territory. What was really cool is we went into that town, we started clearing the town of NPCs, and then we hear over the radio a helicopter's coming in, but it's not from our faction. So all of a sudden we know at the LZs are shared. So at the LZ we landed at is bad guys coming, and we have no idea how many, but we're already in town. So we could hunker in town and set up an ambush for them coming in, and they're not going to really expect a group of 4 of us to be hunkered in their, in. No, it is. Oh, I'm sure it is. But the problem right now is not enough people have access to the LZs, and they just don't know how to play I bet in a few weeks the whole map is going to be really fun to try to like land in certain areas. It's going to be like Battlefield when you're in the very middle of Battlefield and everybody's kind of got their spots and the map kind of rotates around. Yeah, I have not found it. I've found a few. It's still doing it even after I verified. I wonder if their servers are just too busy. Steam authorization failed. To me, that sounds like the login servers failing. They just keep spamming. It did this yesterday too, but then I think we just waited a second or retried or something, and then it worked fine. I'll be right back. I'm gonna drink. Yeah. Oh, you know how hard that is? That's rough. I don't want Steam on my phone. Now it's RTC connection failed. And normally it's a login server issue. Just gotta keep spamming it. You do burn through food faster than I'd expect, but I think that they have to do that just to keep you from literally living out in the world. Because it was something that like occurred to me. I mean, why couldn't we just live out for days out in the world if you had a good enough defensible spot? Yeah. Well, it's easy to find food in populated areas, but once you're out in the forest and boonies, It's a long distance between house to house. Yep. Yeah. There's something that says hunting area on the map, which made me wonder, but I haven't seen any animals, but it'd be cool if there's some concept of that. Oh, I got some inside of one. No, I think you probably put it in the wrong thing. Yeah, I have a big. You bought. No, I had a backpack and a backpack. Yeah, I can do that. You can't do a large to a large. You can do a medium to a large or a small to a large, or a small to a medium. But you can't do a medium to a medium or a small to a small. Those are basic rules. Oh, fuck Tarkov. It was so stupid. Where on the doll? Sure. I'm a legend on Twitch. I am Cyrax. I've been streaming on Twitch longer than Twitch has been Twitch. But I was really, I mean, Mixer is where we were putting all of our efforts into Microsoft fucked us.
Capace Beast 84. Yes.
Yeah, they got us good. Yeah, I'm sure it's Mitch. Yeah, I'm sure it's their. Yeah, I'm sure it's their. Mitch have like 15. Yeah, I'm sure. I've verified. Well, I've got 7 monitors, man. I need to know where the mouse is. Yeah, on this system, and there's 10 or 12 monitors in the room. Because I'm a game developer, I use them. No, 5's the minimum. 7's luxury. Nah. Oh, I could add so many more. I could have 3 more PCs easy. Wouldn't even flinch. I mean, I've got them. I've got 3, and then there's 3 behind me that aren't plugged in. There's 1 over there. I mean, sure. How much RAM do you have? You'd be fine. What type of games do you play? the key is to have a whole bunch of cache. Then, so you would put your cache memory on your main drive or your fastest drive, and then you would store the game on the hard drive. And it just means that everything's gonna load slower. For how expensive drives are, I wouldn't do it. I mean, it's only $40 to get like a terabyte drive. No, you're getting ripped off then. I mean, 80's like a high end one. $300 gets you a 4 terabyte right now. And that's not an SSD, that's an NVMe, which is like 10 times faster than an SSD. Yeah, a 4 terabyte of SSD is super expensive, but 4 terabytes of a hard drive's dirt cheap. For $300 right now, you could get 20 terabytes of a hard drive. It doesn't. They're the same thing. An external drive is just an internal drive in a plastic box. Yeah. But you could have the same argument that an internal drive could overheat because you have poor cooling and not enough fans, whereas an external drive has open air to the environment. I mean, it's the same issue. Yeah. If I was doing it and you cared about it, I would put it in a mirror and have 2 hard drives that are duplicating the data at least, and then that way it doesn't matter what happens because the chances of 2 drives failing is very small. But the cost is double. Yeah. It's definitely possible. You should plan on it. It's I think 9% of hard drives fail in the first year. That's good. Oh, but even SSDs are 9%. They all fail. Oh yeah, I'd rather have it internal and just do it right, for sure. Yeah. I typically. I've got a pre-built. Actually, I don't have a pre-build. I sent the pre-build to Ace.